Hey guys, welcome. Good evening. So we're starting late. How are you doing? So welcome. Tell your friends that we've gone live. Welcome Olaniki. How are you doing? Meanwhile, do you still remember our journey? Path Connect. How are you feeling? Have you overcome it? So let's be waiting for others as they join. Yeah. I still remember it. Okay, let me invite. Speakers to join us. You can join the song. This is fresh like it is fresh. Baby, even me, I'm not getting over it. Thank you, baby. I wanna know, I wanna find it. Never stays, I will never know. But how was your week? Do you still want to go again? Should we go again? Yeah, Akanfe.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to do this with us. A big man is an opportunity.
We big man. No. We are together now. How are you doing now?
So, welcome.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much.
So guys, we have a big man with us here. He's a very everything. This really so much wisdom. Okay, so let's give him a warm welcome in the comment section. And we're talking about health. When I was speaking this, when I was speaking this topic, I was like, the spirit is moving. I hope I've not lost you guys. It's showing reconnecting here, reconnecting here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So welcome. So we'll be talking about health compatibility and other health concerns. We know that in relationship, we know that most times everybody thinks it's just about love, it's about this, about that, it's about the dinners, the dates. But beyond that, there's also health involved because I think we don't talk a lot about that. And so you see people saying that they got married, this one happened. In fact, I have a particular thing that made me to take this health thing in relationship seriously. That I have a cousin who is blind because of this. You get, because of this blood uh, um, incompatibility. They did not take it serious, did not take the science serious, and finally she's SS and she's blind. Who are we going to blame? Is it the parents or the child? So these are actually serious issues, right? So can you tell me what are the four primary major blood types? I think people need to hear about it because those that are not in health sector
Right.
probably may not know. Even if we're in jet age, we still need to talk about these things.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Can we all hear me? Can we hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
All
you.
right, thank you very much. Before I will proceed, I would like to, appreciate and thank you for giving me this golden opportunity. I'm not taking it for granted. It's a rare
Thank you.
opportunity, like for you to look, okay, we want to discuss around health. As we know, health is very, very important and paramount. Even at the in relationships, in forming bonds with people. So, going to the
Yeah,
question quickly, don't worry, by the grace of God, this will be a very sweet section by the grace of God. And we are going to, learn, unlearn, and and still enjoy ourselves during the course of the program. So the basic four blood types that we have, basically straight to the point. We have A, we have B, we have AB, and we have O. That is, we refer to this as blood groups. Mm. There is a difference between genotype and blood group.
yeah,
So
there
that
is.
that blood type is basically what we refer to as blood group. Like they can ask you, what is your blood group? Okay, I'm AB, I'm A, I'm B, I'm O. So that is basically the four type that we have, four blood group that we have: A, B, AB, and the O blood group.
And oh,
Mm.
wonderful. So I think everybody needs to know that there's a difference between blood group and genotype because if you not, I think the one that is more rampant is genotype.
Genotype,
You
yes.
get yes. So how do RH factor play a role in blood compatibility? You know,
Sorry.
there's RH, you know,
Okay.
RH factor.
Okay.
Yes. No, no, there's A positive, A minus, A positive, A negative, yes, O positive, O negative, yes.
Okay.
So how did
Um,
they play a role in blood? Yes.
and blood group. All right. Um, Very simply, you said RH factor. I was like, RH factor. Okay. The full thing is this is resource factor. You understand?
Yes, result
Okay,
factor.
resource factor, but most of the time you go on there to see RH factor. Okay, that's just like a short form of resource factor. But the full thing is resource factor. And what do you mean by resource factor? In each blood group that we have what we call resource factor. And this resource factor are just inherited proteins. Like we all know, you cannot be the one to determine your genotype. You inherited your
Yeah.
genotype from your biological parents. So that is where you got because it's a genetic makeup. So you got it from your parents. So you cannot say this is I want to be AA, I want to come to life as SS, I want to come to life as AS or whatever. It is what you
Mm-hmm.
inherited. So when we talk about resource factor, let me say resource, there's what we call resource compatibility. So that is RH compatibility. And that resource compatibility, we have different type of resource. We have resource positive, we have resource negative, A positive, A negative, B negative, B positive, O positive, A B. Like we have in blood group, we have positive and negative for each blood group. And the most common one is the positive ones. That's the most common one. Negative is not that common. A positive resource factor. So there must be resource factor compatibility. Although most of the time we don't really consider it as something that can stop you from getting married to somebody, or that can stop your relationship with somebody. Because why? There is what we can do if there is probably issues during pregnancy or issues after childbirth or during delivery. There is what we can. There are remedies. Do you understand? So that will not affect the unborn child, or let me say the newborn baby. So that's why most of the time we as practitioners, we don't really lay more emphasis on that. That's why we are so keen on genotype, because we know that the moment somebody is SS, you cannot change that unless, although there are some advanced treatments that is coming up, due to improved technology and all of that is coming up, that you can do as remedy for genotype too. But we still get there, we still discuss it. But basically, you cannot change your genotype. But this resource factors compatibility is what, if you know your resource factor. Let me just say this. Immediately a woman is coming for antenatal for the first time. Sorry, I'm a midwife too, so
It's fine.
Maybe a woman is coming, like the first contact at antenatal clinic. We tell part of the basic things, the basic test that woman will do is resource factors test. What do you want to know? We want to know whether the woman is positive, resource positive, or resource negative. And where we have issues when it comes to resource factors is when a woman is now resource negative. Why? Because of the pregnancy. One, because of the pregnancy, because resource negative, if it happens to be that the baby that the woman is carrying happens to be resource positive, there could be autoimmune reactions. That means the antibody of that woman might see the antigen. That resource factors are just antigen. Let me just put it like that. So the body of the woman during delivery, let me say, can recognize a woman that is resource negative, like I said, and a baby, or let me say a newborn that is resource positive. There could be autoimmune reactions, and then thereby the body will see that resource factors problem as as enemy, so to say. Let me use that word, enemy in quotes. And then the red blood cells will start fighting. The blood cells will start fighting the blood cells of the baby, leading to destruction of the blood cells of the baby. Then complicated issues can follow like that. So that's why for women, resource factors test is very, very important. We must know, most especially if a woman is now resource negative. It is very, very important in that's in the aspect of pregnancy. You need to know that. Then in some blood transfusion, this thing too, resource factor plays a major role in blood transfusion too. So, but resource factor compatibility might not be a factor for you to decide that, okay, can you marry this person? Is you and this man, are you guys compatible? No. The major focus that we have in health is your genotype, is the major focus. So, but the resource factors is important to us, and because we want to know, especially if a woman is resource positive, no problem, we don't have any issues with that. But if a woman is resource negative, then that's where you need to know, okay, this baby, is it going to be positive or negative? If the baby eventually happens to be positive, then that means there's some remedies to that. So that is, talk about Rogan's injection. I don't know whether one of us have heard about it before.
I've heard about it. That you give the woman.
Exactly. That use that Rogan injection just to prevent further pregnancy that woman will have. Not because of the immediate pregnancy or the immediate delivery, but to prevent subsequent pregnancy, just to avoid autoimmune reactions. So that is the major things about the resource factors and resource compatibility.
Okay, if you don't give this one this injection, is there a possibility that she can actually have miscarriage because of this?
Yes, it's possible. Subsequent
Because
pregnancy or
her body will be rejecting the child, right?
exactly, because the thing is like, okay, if I'm meeting you for the first time, let me use this scenario. If I'm meeting you for the first time, I already recognize your face, Abby. So next time I'm
Yeah.
seeing you, something will tell me that you've seen this face before, even if I cannot remember where and how we met. But I'll sure know something telling me I've seen this person's face before. So that's how it works too. So
Mm-hmm.
for subsequent pregnancy, this autoimmune reaction can happen if you don't give this Rogam injection. The name of the injection is called Rogam. Rhogam. Is an immunoglobulin injection. So you give it at 7 months of pregnancy, and again you give it 72 hours after the first delivery, just to prevent the subsequent pregnancy. Mm.
Wow. Wow. Please, I hope we're getting all this. I guess it's giving us this free of charge. You know, it's supposed to go and consult all
No,
this kind of thing.
don't worry, don't worry.
Yes, yes. So no, this explanation was supposed to give me my number 2 and 3, but you already dealt with it.
Okay.
So is there are there potential health risks? Yeah, you've dealt with this. So now let's just move to, are there myths related to the blood compatibility in relationship? Are there myths and misconceptions? Yeah. Is there
Okay.
anyone that you think
Okay.
that's actually going around and you feel that it's actually wrong?
Okay. Let me just, this is very common, where we in Nigeria basically, let me say in Africa generally, let me say basically in Nigeria that I'm quite aware of, there are, this faith, or let me say this religious belief. And some people, they will know that they are SS or they are AS, and they cannot marry a fellow AS, and they will say, no, Jesus, my faith will carry it. We will not born a SS child or SS children. But the God has promised me that no, if I carry pregnancy, I'm pregnant and I want to born, the baby will not be. In fact, they said that some people believe that their genotype can change, which is basically false. Where you can have this correction is the only way you can alter that is if you do bone marrow transplant. That is the only solution. And the reason for this is because the red blood cells, which is the major thing we are looking at, is being formed in the bone marrow. So that is one of the remedy I said. Some people, they will say, okay, they will do bone marrow transplant. That is one of the way out, or let me say one of the remedy. But basically, since it's something we can avoid, why do you want to get ourselves into problem? Do you understand?
Know.
This is something
yes.
out. This is something that we can, avoid from the start. Why do you want to get ourselves into that problem at first? Because the point is, okay, you are not saying that you go and do bone marrow transplant and you cannot even do it in Nigeria. That means you have to maybe probably travel out of the country. Expenses is there, financial stress on the family, issues. Even the unborn child, why did you bring me to this world? So some of the mind that people have, or some of the belief that people have is, okay, they believe that by the grace of God, with faith, all things are possible. Yes, with faith, all things are possible. But when it comes to this, we don't have to test God. We don't let us don't let
us. There was a time my father-in-law was telling me that, so his wife was very sick and he was praying for her. He was like, if faith no carry this one, let her rush out before she died in his hand. So that was he was trying to tell us that, see, their faith level is right. If your faith, and that's what many Christians confuse it. There are like 4 levels of faith. If your own have not reached the extraordinary level, please don't test God. Even Jesus, I used to say, even Jesus, that when they told him he should fall down, angels guide Jesus to say you should not test God.
Yeah.
You get it? So I think they put faith and culture. In fact, that's another thing. I think some cultures don't even used to cause problem with this kind of things, because they believe that there's nothing God cannot do. There's nothing. Yes, there's nothing God cannot do. But if your faith level have not reached that place, please, I don't think you should actually go there.
Exactly.
So moving, you say?
I said exactly.
Yes, yes, yes. So moving on, are there some cultural, you already stated the spiritual, the religious belief associated with this. So are there cultural beliefs that are associated with blood compatibility that you know?
Okay. Let me say the one that comes to my head is, in the olden days, a lot of babies were dying that time. Yes, and people would be like, it is witchcraft, it is a one grandma in the village and all of that. And because there was no technology, has never been developed. So this medicine has not grown to this level that you can say, okay, you want to go and do
Mhm.
your genotype test to know your genotype, to know your blood group and all of that. So a lot of babies were dying as a result of sickle cell disorder, which is as a
Mm.
result of somebody having that is an SS this thing genotype. So a lot of babies were dying that time, and they were like, okay, maybe it's one witchcraft somewhere, maybe it's a father that they don't want them to carry the baby, like they don't want the baby to grow old and all of that. No. So but with the invent of more technology, advancements in medicine and all of that, so all these things you can now easily just walk up to a laboratory, and you just do your genotype, and once you know you are a carrier, that is whether you are AS or you are AC
Yeah,
or you are SC, you just look for AA that you can get married to.
straight
Instead
up, straight
of
up.
test yourself and finding a create problem where there is no problem, because the point is as if you want to create problem for yourself where there is no problem. So it is quite better to avoid it. So these are some cultural things that I could relate with. Like in the olden days, a lot of people believe that there is witchcraft. It is their one grandma in the village that is doing that. I didn't want the baby to grow to a particular age or whatever, but which
Mhm.
invariably might be as a result of sickle cell disorder, which is a very critical disorder.
Yeah, yes, it is. Wow, wow, wow. I even forgot that part said that they will be thinking that is. I think the problem is even with apart from even blood and genital issue. Once an average African man is just finding it sick and all that, they just think it's an attack, it's a spiritual arrow. They'll
it is
start
arrow.
casting.
It is arrow that flies from somewhere.
I'm telling you, they'll start casting and finding until the team enter that level before they carry themselves to hospital. So everything is not actually that. Yes, yes, yes. So what are the symptoms? If for example you are apart from the normal test we carry out in the hospital, right? How
Okay.
can you know that the child is SS? And yes, how can you know a child is SS? Because
Okay.
why I'm actually asking this is because um like I said when we started, I have a cousin who is blind because of this. I don't usually talk of it because I find it so interesting that they don't take this test stuff so seriously that they did not know that the child was actually SS until she became blind.
Okay.
So do you think there are actually signs or symptoms that you can actually know that somebody is SS
Mm,
without test?
yes. There could be some physical features, and but to some extent, some people will look very healthy, like they will look very
Wow.
healthy, which if they go for laboratory investigation, they will not find out that they are SS. But of course, there are some signs and
Mhm.
symptoms that will see if somebody is having a sickle cell disorder. Like I said, what happened in sickle cell disorder is that the red blood cells, the shape of the red blood cells is sickle. That's why they got that name from sickle cell, like a sickle shape. So thereby not allowing the red blood cells to live up to the number of like age, the number of days it should live before being destroyed. So what we are saying is red blood cell is being destroyed before the expected number of years
Prematurely.
to spend exactly prematurely. So due to this, and we know red blood cells can do what? One of the major functions of the red blood cells is to carry oxygen through the body. So imagine we have a destruction of red blood cells like before its
No.
actual date. So that means that person will be having a respiratory issue. So that means the
Yeah.
blood, will not be able to circulate in the system. Then number two is excruciating pain. There will be pain. That's another thing. How will there be pain? Because this red blood cell destruction, there's a way they will block the blood vessels, thereby not allowing a free passage of what? Of blood in the blood vessels. We are talking about the arteries and the vein now when I say the blood vessels. So those are the blood vessels. So thereby narrowing the blood vessels, reducing the blood flow. So this one will now lead to, pain is one of the signs and symptoms we see. This individual will be like, that's when we now talk of, sickle cell crisis. People say they're having crisis. That's the thing. And again, if you notice very well, towards like when rain is about to start, or let me say during a cold weather now, those are the times that they used to, have this crisis like repeated because of the weather condition. There will be pain, like I said. Their eyes sometimes, most of the time, will be yellowish.
Yeah.
Because as this red blood cell is being destroyed, I know one of the function of function of the liver, so to say, is excretion of this what is it called too? The products, let me say, the substances that are not there by the body, and you can see their eyes yellowish. You can see them physically, the physical appearance. Some of them will be so tiny, like so slim, and in fact, to the extent that it might affect the way they walk too. That's another signs and symptoms that it might affect the way they walk. They might not be able to walk very well because of this, continuous destruction of red blood cells. So those are the things that will be able. Then crisis again, repeated crisis over and over. They keep on visiting hospital. They keep on visiting hospital to over and over again. So these are few things that we might see aside, you going for a test that will say, okay, this person is a sickle cell.
Yes.
Person.
Wow.
So
I actually wished we noticed that, because I think from this her working style changed. We thought with this malnutrition, we started increasing the portion of food. We did not know that it was already getting into another. Then I thought she started having swollen tummy, right? So I was like, is it?
What is that?
I felt I was like, is it kwashiorkor? I said, no, is it kwashiorkor? So we started increasing. We did not know that all these signs. I wish we actually knew. Please, let's take note of all this so that we start giving treatment on time instead of start talking about. But like you said, the best is, please don't test God. If you check your own, if you are AS or AC, please kindly, you can even raise a flag on Instagram and say, I'm looking for an AA husband or wife.
So because the point is, it is advisable that it's I want to encourage us that if you meet somebody, let me say you meet a guy or you meet a lady now, and you guys are friends, and you are seeing potentials of this person like becoming who you can probably eventually be with for the rest of your life. In fact, it should be part of the basic questions that you ask.
Question.
Again, I want to say, don't let us just stop at asking. Verify. Don't stop at, because some people you just ask and they will say, most especially if they don't that first ask you what's your gender, and they say I'm AS. Of course, what do you expect that person that is interested in you? Sorry, for the short time, we say I'm A, and you guys be like, okay, all is well and good. But what I'll just advise is, even after asking, go beyond that, go extra mile. You guys can go to any laboratory and do your test. Be sure, see the results that okay, this person we are compatible, truly. So it should be part of, as you are eating your chicken on a date, as you are eating fried rice and jollof rice, or if you are the type that just make sure you ask that question along. Just okay, just keep it in. It's their basic is a question is on an unarmed question. You can just ask, okay, sorry, what's your genotype, just for us to know. And if you guys are not compatible, you just know that okay, this thing cannot work out. And if you guys are compatible, then you are good to go. So don't let us just let me say, I don't want to ask, because some people, they are so scared to ask. That's another thing, because they don't want to get that broken, and that's why we always encourage you that you ask.
Or they don't want to offend the person.
Exactly, you ask early. The moment you see that this person is looking like the color is looking like this person is a potential, you ask early, so that before you you put in emotion, before you put in feeling, before you put your resources, energy, and all of that into it, you ask early so that you will know which direction are you guys going.
Yes, yes, and you know what you said, like don't just ask, you have to verify. And please, on verification, don't let you people, especially for those in long distance relationship, please don't tell me that don't tell you people to see yourself, people are not going to hospital, go and check. Because it's not just about the person snap picture and say, see, you can see my test result, it is AA. Please, when I was working in the lab, right? So the somebody came in that she needed a fake report for pregnancy just because she wanted to collect money from her husband to show that we were just like, I didn't get, so like just write positive there. Like, what will that take man happen to the child after the man did not see she said I have miscarriage? I'm like, this is how you actually do in this world. You get, so that kind of thing. So if you are going for that point, I think that some ministries now taking the point that said that they will be the one to go and collect the results by themselves, doing premarital counseling, collect the result by themselves, so that they don't go at the back and go and bribe. If it's another, we told her that we don't do that. So if it's another people that can fall for that, they will just forge it. You get, forge it and give it, and get married, and you start seeing basic, you start paying basic on top of what you did not create inside marriage. You get. So you both of you should carry your leg, go and test it, wait for the result, see the result by yourself. Or in fact, there should be a third party. I think because even the man can go and bribe the hospital before you arrive where you're coming from. People can go and exchange for things, especially if they want something. So please carry third party. Let the third party be the one to receive the results. You get, and you can see it for yourself. So, and then what are the other health issues you think couples should actually put their eye into, apart from genotype and blood group?
All
What
right,
are
all right,
the-
all right. There are basic tests that you need to do, basic language investigation that you need to do before you deciding that okay, I want to get married, want to get married. Before you say, oh yeah, say yes. My friend will say, oh yeah, say yes, say
say
yes.
yes, say yes, say yes.
Before they will ginger you and say, oh yeah, say yes, oh yeah, say yes. You must settle all these things, and it goes beyond genotype and blood group alone. You have to do your HIV test investigation. They are basic. These are basic investigations that you need to do. HIV test, hepatitis, hepatitis B, hepatitis C test, STD. If you can go beyond the STD, then fertility test is part of what we advise people to do. Although most people will not care. They'll feel like, okay, I'm fertile and I don't have problem as a guy, as a woman. But at the end of the day, invariably, these issues are some issues that are affecting some home. At the end of the day, that they will discover that one of them is infertile, or is having a fertility problem. So if we check all these things before we go into marriage, it would have saved us a lot of stress and a lot of problem and a lot of heartaches.
Yeah.
So these are other tests other laboratory investigations that you can do. And aside from that, some people, I don't know, a lot of people, they are so, should I say, they are scared, or they are so secretive to the extent that they will have one particular health challenge and they will not be able to tell their partner before going into a relationship. Let me give you an example. If somebody is having asthma, I feel, if you're having asthma, you should be free to tell, even if your boyfriend or your fiance or something, before you get married. Hello, sorry, I'm having asthma. I used to have asthmatic attack. I'm an asthmatic patient, this and this and this. So that it's not as if the person will be looking at that, no, because of asthma, I cannot marry you. No. But for person to be aware, so that in case if you have an attack, for example, the person will quickly know problem, and the person will seek for help immediately, instead of worrying that what happened to this girl, what happened to this lady, what happened to this man. Instead of he is aware, and he will be able to manage the situation better if you are aware, if both parties are aware. Okay, this is the health challenges. Okay, this person is having asthma, or for example, like I said, or any other related health challenges like that. You should be able to feel free to tell your partner, okay, this is health challenges I'm having. No, you don't hide it, because no matter what, if you hide it, one day this thing will come, it will show. And if you meet your partner unaware, it might even create an issue in the relationship or in the marriage. So it's better, if you're having any challenges, just let him be aware. that, okay, this is the situation, or this is the issue I'm having, instead of keeping it to yourself. So I feel all these ones, there are basic things that you can do, or you can tell your partner before you go into marriage.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Please, I hope you are taking note of all these things, because these things, they're actually gold. They're actually premium. Because one particular scenario like that, a lady just, I think the girl just returned back from her parents' house. What is the issue? The man was impotent, did not tell her. How did she find out? She was still, most times this is it, this Nigerian movies. I just asking, some of them are real life story. Like, she was just, when I heard it, I was like, true, this thing is not Nollywood. She was just cleaning the cupboard, and somewhere she just saw where he hid this thing. And all this while, he was shouting at her. In fact, she will always call on the phone to cry that he beats me because I'm not giving birth. The mother insulted me because I don't have a child for them. Meanwhile, he was the issue. And I find it so unfair. She came, when maybe she saw the results, according, she just called her mom that see what she's seeing. There is her eyes seeing clear. Her mom said she snap it and send. She just snap it there. The mother told her she just carry her bag and come home. There's no need, because they knew they were the problem all this while. Then what do you want to discuss? They knew they were the problem, and they just hit that kind of thing and put her in so much pain. You marry a marriage problem, and that's not even the God don't want us to suffer in marriage, just my marriage problem. So she just carry her things and come back. So please, if you have health challenges, you have it, just please open up. Don't put people through problems because you're not a sincere person. You get? I don't even know how the story ended, but if she left, well, if she not leave, well, but please, that will not be a question of any of us here. So let us, as Funke, Reverend Funke Adedotun said, as you pray with one, as you pray with one eye close, you use the other eye and be watching. So don't go and do love is blind, love is blind. The person is SS. You say God is going to do it for us. God, I don't know your faith level. Me, I'm a lover of God. But if your faith is going to, if you're going to go with faith, no problem. If you're not going to go with faith, please, God told Elijah that there are 300 prophets that have not bowed down to bow. My brother and my sister, there are 300 that God has presented for you. If it's SS, kindly find your way to the other door. So thank you so much, Akanfe. Oh my God, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I used to actually be pronouncing
No
your
worries.
name.
You tried. It's not easy.
Are you serious? I'm pronouncing it in the Igbo
You tried.
dialect. So thank you so much for doing this with us. I'm super grateful. I apologize once again for the delay. It was not intentional.
No problem.
So thank you so
My
much.
pleasure.
Please yeah. Please, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you. Let's appreciate our company. Comment section. We hope to do this another time because you are loaded. If you were in my school, you'll be like my lecturer's favorite student.
Thank God, though. Thank God. I really appreciate
Thank you.
the opportunity.
Thank you too. Thank you too. God bless you. So, good night, everyone. Let's take notice of all this you have taught. Shine your eyes, shine your eyes, shine your eyes. Take all these things to heart. Thank you.
Thank you too.
See, online is telling you thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
So,
too, Ma. Thank you. I appreciate you.
thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Nice.